Mars has always been one of the most exciting places in our solar system. For years, scientists have studied it, sent robots to explore it, and dreamed of one day building cities on its red surface. But what if that dream came true, and humans colonized Mars, only to discover that the planet already had native life? This discovery would completely change the way humanity sees space, life, and its place in the universe. At first, the colonization of Mars would focus on survival. Humans would build shelters to protect themselves from the cold, thin atmosphere and dangerous radiation. They would bring equipment to make air, grow food, and produce water. Cities would slowly rise in domes, with scientists, engineers, and explorers leading the way. Everything would seem like a new beginning for humanity, a chance to build a new world. Then, the unexpected would happen. Somewhere on the Martian surface, explorers would discover signs of life. Maybe tiny organisms hidden under the soil, or strange plants that survive in the cold. Or even more surprising, an intelligent native species living in secret underground networks or ancient structures. The moment this discovery was made, everything would change. The first big question would be, how should humans treat this life? History on Earth has shown that when one group arrives in a new land where others already live, there are often conflicts. Colonizers have not always respected the original inhabitants. This time, humans would have a huge moral decision to make. Would they repeat the mistakes of the past, or treat Martian life with respect and care? If the life on Mars was simple, like microbes or small creatures, scientists would focus on studying them carefully. There would be strict rules to avoid contaminating Mars with Earth bacteria and to protect both planets. The discovery of even the smallest native life would be one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs in history. It would prove that life exists beyond Earth, opening doors to new questions about evolution, biology, and the origins of the universe. But if Mars had intelligent life, things would become far more complicated. Communication would be the first challenge. Humans would try to understand their language, their culture, and their way of living. At the same time, the Martians might see humans as intruders, a threat to their world. There could be mistrust on both sides. Diplomats, scientists, and maybe even soldiers would all play a part in deciding how these two civilizations interact. Economics and power would also come into play. Some humans might see Mars as a place to take resources like minerals and water. Others might want to build cities and farms on the land. But if native Martians already claimed these resources, conflicts could break out. Treaties and laws would need to be created to decide who owns what. Space law, which today is still very basic, would suddenly become a global priority. If cooperation developed, humans and Martians could build something incredible together. Humans could share technology, while Martians could share their knowledge of the planet's environment. Together, they might create cities that combine Earth's technology with Martian wisdom. Trade could develop between species, and science could advance faster than ever before. However, not everyone would agree on how to handle the situation. Some humans might want to protect Martian life and limit human expansion. Others might push for fast colonization, ignoring the risks. On the Martian side, some might welcome the newcomers, while others could resist or even fight back. These differences could lead to political struggles, rebellions, or wars, just like those that happened between nations on Earth. The discovery of native life on Mars would also change life back on Earth. People's beliefs about humanity's uniqueness would be challenged. Religions, philosophies, and cultures would all react differently. Some might celebrate the discovery as proof that the universe is full of life. Others might fear the idea of sharing existence with another intelligent species. In the long run, the relationship between humans and Martians would shape the future of both civilizations. If trust and respect grew, Mars could become a shared world, a symbol of unity between species. Humans might learn new ways of living, and Martians might benefit from human knowledge and tools. Together, they could explore the solar system as partners. But if fear and greed took over, the story could turn dark. Colonization could lead to the destruction of Martian life, or to endless conflicts over land and power. Mars could become a place of division rather than hope. The presence of native life on Mars would not just be a scientific discovery, it would be a test of humanity's character. Would humans act as peaceful explorers or as conquerors? The answer to that question would decide whether Mars becomes a place of cooperation or conflict. In the end, finding native life on Mars would remind humanity that the universe is bigger and more complex than we ever imagined. It would challenge us to grow, to think beyond Earth, and to decide what kind of future we want to build among the stars.